Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hi. How's everybody doing? It was a sad day when they overturned Roe v. Wade. Thank you, Norrin, for opening up the show with a contribution. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's a sad day for different reasons. See, some people think it's a sad day because they don't get to erase the evidence of what they've been doing. But it's sad to me for another reason. Because you got videos, you got TikToks and the like talking about how they're gonna limit women coming in. They gotta limit women coming in buying Plan Bs because it's not enough. So you can't just come in and stock up on Plan Bs. You know, it's, only a couple to a person. Like, they gotta limit the purchases because they don't have the supply to meet the demand. So you can't be coming in buying no 10 Plan Bs and all of that. And somehow that got to me, even though the numbers bear it out. Like, the numbers bear out how many women are getting these procedures done. We got the numbers in front of us. I've recited the numbers before. And I've never been this big time pro-lifer. Not in the way, like, I'm never gonna go protest a Planned Parenthood. Like, that's not me. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I've never been that invested, because to me is really clear. To me is really clear. It's really clear to me that you don't do that. And if you had to, there were very strict parameters. Like, there was really some extenuating circumstances going on that even enters into play. That even is something that you sit down and seriously consider it. They running around here crying about it. Like, I can't get rid of it. I'm doing a hot girl summer and I can't scrub it clean. This is the human condition. This is the human condition. This is, when I say that it's the human condition, what I mean is that we were told to indulge. We were told in this society that you needn't have any spiritual or moral conviction
about anything. You needn't have any moral or spiritual conviction about your sex. You shouldn't have any, because sex is natural and sex is normal and sex is what people do. Men and women get together and one thing leads to another and they have sex. They have chemistry. They are attracted to one another for whatever reason. And you have sex, which is true. It's completely normal. It's completely natural. It's one of the most natural things in the world. It's like breathing. It's like getting hungry and then going to eat something. Like it's a need. It's not even a desire just for human beings. It's necessary because we go crazy without having it. If you go too long, without sex, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have some emotional instability. You're going to have some issues that begin to occur because it's been too long that you've satisfied that very basic human need. That's like going too long drinking water or going too long not eating and your body start responding. You're going to get hungry. Then that's going to escalate. If you don't feed, if you don't eat, if you don't drink, it's going to get worse. It's going to go from a mild hunger to a ravenous hunger. Then your body going to start reacting. Stomach pain, headache, fatigue, all of these different things unless you eat something. And if you still don't eat anything, your body starts shutting down slowly because it's attempting to conserve energy because you're not eating and you're not fueling it and you're not giving it what it needs in order to survive. So you're going to start having problems. Sex is the same way for men and women, not just guys. For men and women, sex is the same. You can go for a little while without it and you'll be fine. You're not going to have any problem. You might even feel a bit better without it for a while. And then the hunger. First a little bit. I need to have sex. Girl, I ain't had sex in a long time, girl. How long it's been, girl? Whatever. However long time is for some of y'all, long time is 2 weeks. But whatever. Well, it's been a while. I ain't had no sex. What is she saying? I have not eaten. I'm going to start having problems. I'm not going to be able to think straight. I'm not going to be able to perform well at work. I'm not going to be able to perform well at school because I'm now preoccupied with the need for sex. It's a mild hunger now. But if I don't address it, this is going to get worse. And you can say, well, you can address it with a toy, or you can address it with some other alternative means of getting off. But see, the thing about sex is it's more than the orgasm. The orgasm is the crowning achievement of sex, but it's not the fulfillment of it either. See, when you say I need sex, especially I can only come from a woman's point of view. We don't just mean I want to have an orgasm. That's not what women mean. When we're like, no, I need some sex, we're not talking about so much the orgasm. We're talking about the experience of it. We're talking about, I need the man, the actual human being, not the penis. That's why the toy don't work. That's why, nope, I don't want that. I don't want that. I did that a couple of times. That's not satisfactory because it's not what I want. Thank you, Philip. Said Kay, I thought about this, and the raging protest has a lot to do with the perception, sense of losing control. My body, my choice. No one could tell me what to do. It is about the control, and we could get into that as well. Thank you so much. That's not what women are talking about. When women say, I need some sex, when she go from saying I want some to I need some sex, what she's saying, especially a heterosexual woman, I don't know about all these alternatives, but I'm talking about as a heterosexual woman, what you missing is the masculinity attached to the sex. Do we understand that? What we're missing is the masculinity attached to the sex. The actual man. See, we want to hear stuff like the grunting. We want to see the facial expression. You understand that? That's what you don't get with a toy. Can't get that from a toy. Toys don't have that. We want the facial expression. We want the body language. We want the body closeness. We want the masculine energy that comes from it. It's not a desire. It's a need. We understand? Y'all understand it. Y'all grown. It's something we gotta have. It's something that women have to have. That sense of, this is the time, and I'm gonna tell you what's going on in this society too. Why is so much thoughting and bopping? Why is so much hoeing going around? For the one thing, feminism is stressful to women. It's a lie. They got us living lies, okay? Living in lies, trying to act like we can do that without any consequence or without any repercussion or without anything attached. Like we can just live the lies that I can do things the way men do, and I can go out here and work, and I can go out here and, play the field, and I can go out here and do whatever it is I'm trying to do, And I can do it all. I want it all. I want to do it all. It's stressful being masculine all the time, or pretending to be masculine all the time, or pretending to have things together all the time, or pretending that you're not chaotic all the time, or pretending like you got system, order, and structure on your own all the time, or pretending any of this stuff, any of these things. It is all a pretense, and it takes a lot of energy to keep the lie up. It takes a lot of energy to keep the lie together. So when you get stressed out, what do you like to do to unwind? What do we do? What do we do? we start having sex. We start having sex. It's a stress reliever. It's a stress reliever. And I'm going to tell you what it has to do with feminism. Because with all of that fake masculine energy we trying to uphold, sex is the last bastion in this day and age where the modern woman actually feel like a woman. Now, this is of her own doing, mind you, but still, it's the place where she gets to actually drop the facade and drop the fake and stop the cap and have a man be a man in the rawest, most natural, most primal way possible. She can be a woman in the most primal way possible. She can be dominated by a man in the most primal way possible. She can submit to him. She can be helpless around him. She can be vulnerable around him. He can tell her what to do. He can, you know what I'm saying? He can manhandle all of this stuff. He can pull hair and, grab her and flip her and wrestle her down and hold her down. All of this stuff that society tell her is toxic masculinity. She want all that toxic masculinity in the bedroom. She want all of it. All of it. She almost want a little bit of a beat down. Little bit. She might not want full on skibbity paps, but you gotta put that she want the energy of the skibbity pap. You see what I'm saying? She want the energy. She want the aggression. The male come here. She want all of that. She wants all of that. That's the only place where she ain't got a cap about, that's sexist. You degrading women. That's the only place where she can't cap with that. Feminism told her that all of them traits that men have are toxic traits and he shouldn't do none of that at no time and all of that type of stuff. And he got ask your permission for each and every little thing. No. Sex is the time and the place where particularly these modern women, particularly these really masculine women who are masculine everywhere else, she gets to drop that. In point of fact, in order to get the type of sex she wants, thank you again, Norrin, in order to get the type of sex she wants, she got to drop it. Because the man that's going to give her that sex don't want her dominating him at all. He does not want any masculine energy, particularly in that setting, at all. None. He wants full 100% compliance and submission at that point. Basically, anything that he got in his mind that's about to go down, he gonna need you to be down with that. Because you agreed to when you stepped into the bedroom. And the hidden ingredient, the secret sauce, is that these women want that. That the secret sauce is that's what they want. They want to be choked up and, you know what I'm saying, man, they want all that stuff. And I'm not saying it's bad to want that stuff. Let me be real clear. Let me be crystal clear about that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. A woman is supposed to want that from her man, especially in the bedroom. Because I don't care if you a lioness or a hyena. Let's talk about the lionesses for a while. Let's talk about the lioness. If that lion don't come bite her neck, she ain't about to, it ain't going down. You ever watched a lion and a lioness go at it? The first thing he do is submit her by biting her. He bites her. He flat out bites her. He gets behind her. He gets on top of her. And the first thing he do before he penetrate her is he bites her neck. He growls and bites her. He bites her. It's a full-on bite too. I mean, he ain't drawing blood with it, but he biting it. He biting it hard enough for her to roar out. Then he penetrates her. But you know what he got to do? You know what she got to do? Before he bites her? Y'all want to know what she got to do right before he bite her? She offer her neck up to be bitten. She puts her head down. She know what's coming. She puts her head down and bares the neck. She bares the back of her neck. She's prepared for him to bite her. She know he gonna bite her. She want him to bite her. She exposes her neck so he can bite her. She know it's gonna be some pain in it. She know he gonna do it. She want him to do it. If he don't do it, she ain't giving it up. She gonna get up. I seen that too. You take too long biting her, she get up. He had to start all over again. Sniff her down. And she put her neck out like, bite it. So I can submit down so we can get down. You ain't doing it right. I'm gonna get up. Don't bite my neck again. I'm gonna get up. Why am I saying this? Lionesses want that too. The humans I'm talking about. The women. The good women. From the husband. We just don't want it in the street. I'm going to get to exposure of feminism. But I'm saying all of this to illustrate. Thank you once again, Norrin. I'm saying all of this to illustrate the raw animalistic urge of sex and to remove the stigma of it's always immoral in some way, shape, or form from around it. Because I don't personally believe in that sex is bad inherently. There's something wrong with it. No. It's actually quite beautiful. There's something beautiful even in that exchange where a woman is laying in bed with her husband and he's dominating her, he's manhandling her, he's, all this other stuff. There's a beauty in that because there is the beauty of the feminine and masculine exchange in raw form without any social construct or any other construct inhibiting it. It's just that exchange. And that exchange is very beautiful. We were told to indulge in that exchange in this country. We were told to indulge in that interplay, that sexual interplay. And we were told, the women were told especially, to not connect spiritually with the men that you're connecting physically with. Men don't have to be told that. Men have to decide he wants to be spiritually connected to the woman he's having sex with. He can totally have sex with her without that connection. He can do it. He's biologically designed to do that. Thank you, Pharaoh. Because if the world population somehow got decimated, it's up to the men, right? If it's 10 men and 100 women, them women gonna be pregnant. All 100 of them. For the years out. 10 men, 100 women, them women gonna be pregnant. Right? So women were told, don't have the spiritual connection. Just move through this in your most animalistic way. And with Roe v. Wade, we're going to ensure environmentally that how reckless you are with your biology, we'll be able to scrub the evidence for you. And that appealed highly. The reason why it appealed so much to women was because you gave her, you do what you want to do. You don't have to have any consequences. Every human being walking the planet would love to be able to do whatever actions they can imagine to do. And if there were no consequences, can you imagine the stuff that people would come up with to do? So this country gave a false sense of security with that and saying, okay, go out there, do what it do. Let it do what it do. There is no God. There is no spiritual thing that you got to overcome. There's no moral obligation that you got to see to. We took away the sanctity of marriage, and we don't believe in that institution anymore. Matter of fact, we trashed it so that people wouldn't really gravitate to it in this generation like they did generations prior. Thank you once again, Norrin. So we trashed it so that even the men won't want to do it, something that they're actually driven to do eventually because they want legacies. So we trashed that institution, tell you that it didn't have nothing to do with God. It was all a social construct anyway. We destroy that. Then what does that? They didn't have to tell people to do thought culture. We're going to do it. If you remove every constraint, we're going to do what we want to do. And that constraint can be legal or moral or ethical. Either way, if you remove the restraint, human beings are going to do what they want to do. Because I don't have to think about whether it's right or wrong. I don't have to think about what the consequences may or may not be. Because I promise you, if you are a sexually active woman in a Western society, you have thought about, what if I get pregnant and what I'm going to do with it, whether or not an abortion is something that you could live with or not. Every single woman walking has thought about it. It at least crossed her mind what the possibility was. And she either came to, that's something I could never do. Or is like, yeah, I would in such and such case. Or you got the other ones at the extreme. I'd do it in a heartbeat. But let me go to this commercial break, and then we're going to talk about how this Roe v. Wade decision really exposed feminism. So after these messages, we'll be right back.
Okay, we're downloading A-Game's formula.
3, 2, 1.
Let's talk briefly about the BET Awards. Because I usually do a BET Award rant. I usually do. I think the last time I did it was 2020? Is that the last time? Either it was 2019 or 2020 BET. I call it the Backfoot Entertainment Television. I usually watch it as much as possible and then completely do like a whole rant on it. But I didn't do that this time. Maybe I should have, I don't know. But I didn't do it this time. But I did watch Janelle Monáe. And I'm going to need Janelle Monáe to have several seats. I'm going to need Janelle Monáe to have several seats. The reason why I'm going to need Janelle Monáe to have several seats is because she got up there and she was up there talking about how they shouldn't be able to tell her what to do with her body, a woman's body. Wasn't she just a non-binary, non-woman a couple of months ago? See, and this is the exposure of feminism. See, this repealing back, thank you once again, Norman, this peeling back of Roe v. Wade really peeled back the mask of feminism and how much of a farce it is. And not only how much of a farce and a scam it is, but that everybody involved in it that pushes it knows it's a farce and a scam. They know it. I'm going to point out to you a couple of things going on. First of all, wasn't she non-binary just a little while ago? She was a pansexual. She just a human being. Now all of a sudden, you a woman. When it come down to talking about this eugenics program, aka Planned Parenthood, you had Lizzo contribute, what was it about? What? It was a couple of $100,000 to Planned Parenthood, the same way that Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, Mackenzie, donated to the clip I played y'all a few days ago where Angela Stanton King was talking about it. Paid to a eugenics program, $500,000. Thank you. $500,000. Thank you, Carly. She should have invested that in a Weight Watchers sponsorship. Okay? A Peloton sponsorship. A Total Gym sponsorship. A Tonal sponsorship. A Jenny Craig sponsorship. Donate $500,000 to the Push Away Fund, the We Can Push Away from the Table Fund. But no, she donated $500,000, $500,000 that could have gone to any program to help black children that are already here and underprivileged, not loved, being left behind, subject to the school to prison pipeline, subject to the system, $500,000 that could have gone to any number of doing good for children that's already here. She spent $500,000 at a Planned Parenthood to kill them all. What it revealed was how entrenched feminism is to a culture of death and destruction and murder and mayhem and chaos and anarchy. Thank you again, Philip. This is what we're doing. They told you when they sanctioned Roe v. Wade that you could do, we're going to take away. Here's the thing. Pregnancy and sex and all of that has always been something, that impacted women a lot. Because we were the ones that had to carry children and bring them forth. Okay? And it took a lot mentally and emotionally and physically for women to do so. Thank you so much, Lou Casely. It always took a lot for women to do that. It's a lot to do. It's not no lightweight. We may not have the seed, but we got to carry it for 9 whole months and make sure don't nothing happen to it. And then this thing about the size of a watermelon got to come through something about the size of a peach. And we got to not die while we do that. It's not small. So what this government did was say, you know what? You ain't got to worry about it. Because even if a seed is planted, you can always uproot it. All you got to do is come down to the clinic and we'll clean it up for you. We'll clean your mess up for you. And what did that do? Again, you ain't got to tell people to have thought and hot girl summer. We gonna have it. Because, now I ain't really got no consequences. So I'm not too much thinking about all of the necessaries and making the right decisions. And, I'm not thinking about the checklist of the man. Okay, well, you come from a good family? Okay. What's your medical and genetic background? Okay. What's your value system? You have a value. You have a value system. Okay. Well, what do these, have 5 prepared questions for them. See where his mind at. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Not a job interview. These women are not doing job interviews to get pounded in the back of a club. All right. Not doing job interviews. Not doing job interviews for this. Okay. I'm trying to get it in at the hotel. I'm trying to get a train ran on me. Okay? Thank you, Miss Natasha said, when I first started going down the rabbit hole of YT, I was disappointed, but you and other sisters like you have restored my faith. Thank you for your healing words. And you're so very welcome, sweetheart. And thank you so much. Black Engine, thank you, said Norma McCorvey, Jane Roe, lied about grape and never got a deletion. The precedent is void, so the case has to be overturned. Riz Islam posted the vid. Okay, thank you so much. And thank you, Brandon, saying let me donate before Kendra take her belt off and whoop me from McCormick Place all the way down Lakeshore Drive. But this is what is going on. Women were told, hey, you don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. So once women don't got to worry about it, she tried to get this train ran on her in the hotel. You understand that? She trying to have 3-4 dudes come through it because I just want to have the experience. I just want to know what it feels like to have one man over here doing this to me and one man back there doing this to me and the other one back there over here doing it to me and the other one watching. And she want that experience. Didn't what's her name? AJ Styles, the girl that was from House Party, the dark skinned girl. Didn't just about a year or so ago, she was talking about how when she turned 50, she realized like her fantasy of having basically a train ran. They call it a threesome. But when it's 2 men and a woman, that's a train, baby. Any more than one man with a woman and it's more men, that's a train. I don't care if it's a short caboose train or a long train, it's a train. All right, you can have one of them long commuter trains. You can have one of them short caboose trains. Don't matter. All of it is a train. And it wasn't she talking about? No, it was AJ Johnson. Okay, yeah. AJ Johnson. Where I get AJ Styles from? Anyway, she was talking about how, she was like, yeah, and it was a wonderful experience and we just kept doing it. And, I didn't feel degraded. Like she didn't feel disrespected by it. She was just like, the men were gracious about it. They wasn't treating me like, you know what I'm saying? Now, she meant that in 2 ways. Because they did degrade her because she wouldn't like the experience had they not done that. Let me be real frank. They did disrespect her in that bedroom. Because if they hadn't disrespected her in the bedroom, she wouldn't have liked the experience. So they called her all kind of bees and take this, take it, but choke on it. But all of it. Thank you, Mr. Vincenzo. Said, give them hell for me. I'm ready for the great reset. Sorry I missed you earlier. I believe in you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So she, they did it. They bit her neck. They popped upside her head and grabbed that ponytail and all kind of stuff. So they disrespected her in that bedroom. What she meant was that they didn't make her feel like a whore behind it. That's what she meant. Let me break down the womanese for you. They disrespected the mess out of her in that bedroom. Best believe that's why she liked it. Because they certainly wasn't in there asking permission to touch her this way and touch her that way. No, not at all. She was made to do, you know what I'm saying? You gonna do this. You gonna take this D. You gonna take this D like this. You understand that? I don't want to hear no, you better not say, girl, you better not. And she loved every second of it. I just got through telling y'all about what women like. What she meant by they didn't disrespect me was they didn't judge me for it and make me feel like a whore. They didn't make me feel like trash after. Like they was able to go there with me and then after that, I was a woman. At least that was the portrayal. Thank you again, Norman. Thank you, Well. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. So you're one of the most important people in this space. We love you. Keep it up. Thank you so much. So why am I saying all this? Because the women want to get into this level of debauchery because if I don't have the consequence, then I can do the act. And I can do the act without feeling guilty because I don't have to show the consequence, which will be a baby. Since the 70s it was, 61 was Roe v. Wade decided. It's been going on. And women have been indulging. That's where all this thought culture come from. That's where all this thoughting and bopping and you can't slut shame me and and we'll gang up on a guy. I'm here for, a good time, not a long time. I'm all on spring break, the new style freak Nick and, all this other kind of stuff. That's where all this stuff is coming from. That's where it's all coming from. Because I don't have to have the evidence of it. I don't have to take time off work. I ain't got to explain why I'm pregnant. I ain't got to tell nobody why. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to explain why I don't know who the baby daddy is because I was down in spring break when this happened. You don't know how many dudes. Let me tell you, it's a bunch of dudes smashed this one. So I don't know who baby this is. And she could just be like, you know what? I think I'm pregnant. Go out, take a pregnancy test. You know what? I can go down to this Planned Parenthood. I can get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? I'll be down for a day or two, but I'll be all right. Now the government is saying, responsibility. What? It's responsibility. We're taking the safety net, so now it's responsibility. Now you're going to have to be responsible for what you do with your womb. So you mean to tell me you've been telling me to get down in the mud with this, get good and grimy with my sexual proclivities and my fantasies, and you know what I'm saying? We doing the movie thing. Sex work is not a big deal now. It's OnlyFans, where it used to be something real taboo. Now it's just a little bit taboo. You can tell people you a stripper now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell people you a stripper now. You can tell people you got OnlyFans now, and they're not supposed to judge that and all that kind of stuff, right? Now all of a sudden, after you done told me that I can do this stuff willy-nilly and I didn't have to worry about too much of a consequence and all that type of stuff. I mean, yeah, we had birth control, but when I'm in that man frame, when I'm trying to get busted down in the back of a club, when I'm trying to be in this party and get a train ran on me, I'm not thinking about good decisions. I'm not thinking about all of the ramifications of whether or not I use birth control and whether or not whether or not he had a condom or whether or not. See, I'm not thinking about all of that because I'm not making good decisions anyway. I'm not making good decisions anyway. So since I'm not making good decisions anyway, why would I be now trying to figure out the background of these guys? And if I was making good decisions, I wouldn't be up in here trying to get a train ran. See, they be always trying to say, oh, I was drunk. I didn't know what I was doing. You got drunk so you could do it. It's called liquid courage. A lot of women, they be wanting to get into it, so you got to get a little high and a little drunk. So that your inhibitions can be lowered. So you can be uninhibited. Thank you, 39 Dina. Y'all know I'm not lying. The blunt and getting, you know what I'm saying, taking them shots and stuff. She not trying to get drunk. She not trying to get incapacitated. She's trying to get herself mentally to a level where she can actually take this on and not go crazy after. Because she can blame the alcohol, blame it on the goose, got me feeling loose, blame it on the Tron, got you in the zone, blame it on the alcohol, blame it. Okay, she can blame it on the goose because it had her feeling loose. She can blame it. She can say, I was a little high. I was a little, and shoot, girl, it was good too. Because she don't want to get so incapacitated that she don't experience it. She want to experience it. But she don't want to judge herself after it either. Do you understand? So that's why she's doing it. So afterwards, she don't feel that bad, if she feel bad at all. She might be in a space where, you know what, I can probably do that again. Or she might be one of the women like, you know what, I had the experience, I liked it, but I might not do that again. I might not necessarily do that again. But I do, I'm going to take that experience to my grave, though. I'm not going to tell nobody I did that. But I did it. I definitely did it. Thank you again, Norrin. Thank you, D. Said also she can use alcohol so she can claim lack of consent if the guy penalizes her. I mean, yeah, those are those things. And y'all are right about that. I see it in the chat room. I'm not trying to bypass that stuff, but I'm not really focused on it right now. What I'm focused right now on is on the mentality that that a woman has to allow the situation to begin with, to even seek the situation out. Because the women be asking the men, will they run a train? Let's not act like it's always the men approaching the women like that. It be women approaching guys like you and your friend. Like you and like your two friends cute too. And dudes be like, say it plain. What you asking me? What you asking me to do? What you asking us to do? You want us to come through? Come through? Like, come through? Yeah. And smut you? Like you want us to smut you? Like you want us to smut you out, turn you out, whatever. I mean, you just make it sound so... I mean, I'm just saying, like, we could just have fun. Like, why can't just do that? You want to get smutted out. I mean, nah, just forget it. No. I mean, I ain't judging it. I mean, I'm saying I'm down. I'm sure they down. We can do that. D says, sorry, didn't try to distract you from the point. Oh no, you're good. You're good, and thank you again. So it used to be something super taboo. You had a train ran on you, girl. Now it's like, girl, you ain't had no train ran on you. Like, I have surprised men that have asked me if I've ever had that done. No. First of all, I ain't been out here thotting like that. My whole adult life up until 4 years ago, I was married. And I wasn't cheating on my husband either. And we didn't have an open marriage, none of that. So, no. For real? And I would have to stop and think, because I was getting offended. And I had to stop and think, how common is it that they don't think I haven't done it? I had to kind of stop and think about that. Like, this is common? Because you almost acting like you don't believe that I haven't had a train ran on me. No. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I wasn't trying to say, you had to. I'm just saying, well, no. The answer is no. It's almost like, don't ask me that no more. Why you? Don't ask me that no more. Don't keep implying that I'm possibly lying about that. I didn't say I had never had sex. I said I never had a train. I don't even want, and you don't want to. No. That's just me. I'm not built like that. Thank you, Elias said, tell the truth and shame the devil. Thank you so much. I'm going to answer this because it ties into the subject matter, and then we're going to start wrapping it up. Someone in the chat said, but Crimson, do you expect women as you described to raise their children? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. My deal is, though, why aren't we ever preventing it? Nobody talks about contraception. In this whole situation of Roe v. Wade and whether or not it's right and whether or not who has rights and but nobody is talking about the prevention of it so you don't have to get an abortion. Why we don't think about that? Why that's not an option? That's why it's not an option. Because I know these thoughts ain't going to keep their legs closed. So we ain't even going to talk about celibacy and abstinence because they ain't going to do that. Too busy thoughting. Okay, kitty too hot. They're not going to stop. Not going to stop doing it. Thank you, Norin. They're not going to stop doing it. But what about prevention? It's not that hard to do. I mean, you can start by knowing when you ovulate and understanding the menstrual cycle. Like, we can just start there. The understanding of the human menstrual cycle. Is that too much to ask women to understand their own menstrual cycle? You come on your period every month. All you know is you bleed, but you don't know why you bleed. And you don't know when you're going to stop and when you're going to start. Like, I'm going to tell you one thing, though. This Roe v. Wade answered a couple of little questions, cleared up something real smooth that they glossing over while everybody's having a hissy fit about whether or not they could go to a butcher shop or not. You want to know what question this answers? The reason why it exposes feminism for the farce that it is, and everybody that's involved with it know it's a farce. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to know what question it finally answered that did nobody have an answer to. Put 1 in the chat you want to know. It answered what a woman was. Now everybody know what a woman is. Now when we start talking about snatching a little bit of control away from women, now we know what women are. Notice it ain't no Tea Party women out here protesting about able to get an abortion, because guess what? They can't never get no way pregnant. So abortion never crosses their mind because it's not something that they can biologically do in the first place. Now everybody know what a woman is. Now Janelle Monáe knows she a woman. After sitting up there talking about she wasn't one and she a they and a non-binary. Now you know you're a woman. I find that very interesting. Very interesting. Y'all went to bat for tea parties and they little rights and, and defending what a woman, quote unquote, is. And it's how you feel. And them tea parties be leaving y'all to bat all by yourself. After you get through fighting for them, they be sitting on the sideline with popcorn. Like, you got it, sis. Yes, hunty. Yes, you got it. Yes. They ain't getting up. They got what they wanted. So now I guess we know what a woman is. Now it's not birthing people getting deletions, it's women. It's not a birthing people right that they took away, it was a woman's right. And now they know what a woman is. I find that real interesting. They know what a woman is. Now we understand the definitions. Oh, now we know what a woman is. And we know what she ain't. Now we know Tea Parties just pretend to be women because they don't have wombs. Thank you once again, Nora, for sponsoring the show, beloved. You sponsored it. Mr. Vincenzo sponsored it. Philip sponsored it. Thank y'all so much. And everybody else. Shannon, thank you. Preston, thank you. After sitting up, had you fighting, talking about Tea Parties is women too. And they letting you fight your own fight with that Roe v. Wade, ain't they? They like, yeah, right. Ooh, smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Get that one out of here. Y'all should, the mods should see who I'm talking about. No, don't time them out, ban them. Because I don't even want nobody in my chat room with that name. That's horrible. Know who else had us fending for ourselves after they took that money? Black Lives Matter. And we have a petition that is approaching, or is it over 3,500 signatures now? Like, I'm starting not to be able to keep up, which is a good thing. So the link to the petition against Black Lives Matter organization for their theft of donation money to the tune of $90 million plus is in the description box, and it is also in the chat room via my mods. Thank you so much. So please go ahead and click that, sign it, share it through all of your social media, or contribute to it if you can. I would greatly appreciate it. We need so many thousands of signatures before it can actually get legs, before we can actually get anybody's real attention on this to make a difference and to say what we need to say as a community. Thank you to Renzo. Said the reason the masses don't understand definitions is because these words come from definitions. Okay, it's a psychological tactic to control the masses via neuro-linguistic programming. Thank you so much, sweetheart. So you can hit the link to that petition in the chat or in the description box. I want to just draw attention to that because we really are going to need thousands of signatures before anybody will hear us out or pay any attention to the fact that we're actually quite angry about that theft. And we're not just going to shrug our shoulders and be like, oh, they stole the money, so it's okay, because it's not okay. At some point, somebody has to say it's not okay. And it has to be us, since we're the ones that got it was stolen from. We didn't benefit at all. You know, it was a destruction to us. Black men died for them to even have a Black Lives Matter organization, and then this is what they do to the black community that they were supposed to serve, right? All right. And the next thing is, this show was brought to you by A Game. A Game is the top, the number one health solution for men on the market, period. You will not find a better solution that is herbal, that doesn't have any artificial ingredients, that does not have any inactive ingredients or fillers in it. Each of the 21 herbs in A Game actually help to benefit a man's vitality, energy, strength, and libido. So if you want to know what those 21 herbs are and how they work for you, and then you want to get this A Game so you can be on your A Game, all you have to do is go to agameherbal.com. Click the link at the top of the chat. It's pinned right there, agameherbal.com. And please do not forget your 10% discount using the code Kendra10, because I guarantee after you read how you're going to benefit from A Game, you're going to want to get on your A Game. So you're going to have this in your cart and you're going to purchase you some because you need it, right? Thank you, Philip. So this is a A1 5-star product with 5-star customer service. The customer service is, okay, I can't say enough about the customer service that you receive, along with an excellent product to help men get back on their health. Okay, so ladies, if you listening, you got a man that you care about in your life, your father, your husband, your son, your brother, whomever, get them some A Game too. All right. Okay, and I want to thank everyone for their contribution, be it through Super Chat, through PayPal, or through Cash App. I really, really appreciate everyone. I know that I don't necessarily shout out all the Cash Apps anymore. That's because I don't get, no matter what I do to this app, I don't get notifications for Cash App anymore. I don't know why. But I do see you and I do respond to your Cash App. So if you don't want to do it through Super Chat, the Cash App is still available. And last but not least, I want to thank my support team, without which I can do none of this content. So I thank you so much for supporting me in every way so that we can do this content and help our community the best way that we can. And with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys